beautiful house.
Yeah, I gotta throw a rock.
Oh no, don't. I love that old house.
No, don't you know about these deserted houses? You just make a wish and then you throw a rock.
Oh, but George, it's such a lovely old place. I wish I lived there.
In there? I wouldn't live in there if I was a ghost. Now you watch. You watch this. Pretty good shot, huh? Not bad. Broke a window, huh?
What's your wish, George?
I don't know. Not just one wish, Mary. I got a whole hatful. I'm gonna shake the dust of this crummy little town off my feet and I'm gonna see the world. I'm talking Italy, Greece, the Parthenon, the Colosseum. And then I'll come back here, I'll go to college, I'll see what they know. And then I'm gonna build things. I'm gonna build skyscrapers 100 stories high, airfields, bridges a mile long, and then I'm gonna... What, are you gonna throw a rock too? Oh, not bad. Not bad shot, Mary. What'd you wish for?
Oh no, if I tell you, it may not come true.
Oh, come on, Mary. What do you want? Huh? What do you want? You want the moon? All you gotta do is just say the word now. Just say the word.
Okay, the moon. I'll take it. And then what?
Well, then what? Well, then I'll throw a lasso around it and I'll just pull it down, see? And then you could swallow it and then it'll all dissolve and the moonbeams, they'll shoot out of your fingers and your toes and the ends of your hair and then everything would... Am I talking too much?
Yes, why don't you kiss her instead of talking her to death?
What? Who's that?
It's old man Collins on his front porch.
Oh, youth is wasted on the wrong people!
Hey, mister, you come back out here. I'll show you some kissing that'll put hair back on your head. You come on back out here now.
George!
Uncle Billy, what is it?
George, get in the car quick!
What happened?
Father's had a stroke.
Mary, I gotta go.
George's father died that night, Clarence, so of course he couldn't go to Europe. But then in the fall, just as he was ready to leave for college, the directors of the building and loan held a meeting. They were going to appoint a successor.
I can't believe
I want the board to know that George canceled his trip to Europe to help straighten things out here these past few months, and it's greatly appreciated. I think that's all we'll need from you, George. Good luck to you in school. I know you're anxious to make a trade.
Thank you. I have a taxi waiting downstairs.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to get to my real purpose. I claim this institution is not necessary to this town. Therefore, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to dissolve the building and loan and turn its assets and liabilities over to the receiver.
We can't let him do that.
It's too soon after Peter Bailey's death to discuss chloroforming the building and loan. It was his faith and devotion that are responsible for this organization.
I'll go even further than that. I'll say that to the public. Peter Bailey was the building and loan.
Well, that's fine coming from you, Potter, considering you probably drove him to his grave.
Peter Bailey was not a businessman. That's what killed him. No, I don't mean any disrespect to him, God rest his soul. He was a man of high ideals, so-called, but ideals without common sense can ruin this town. What does that get us? A discontented, lazy rabble instead of a thrifty working class. And all because a few starry-eyed dreamers like Peter Bailey stir them up and fill their heads with a lot of impossible hooey. Now
Now, just a minute, Mr. Potter. You're right when you say my father was no businessman. I know that now. Why he ever started this cheap penny ante building and loan, I'll never know. But neither you nor anybody else can say anything about his character. In the 25 years since he and Uncle Billy started this thing, he never once thought about himself. Isn't that right, Uncle Billy?
You got that right.
Now, he didn't save enough money to send Harry to school, let alone me. But he did help a few people get out of your slums. Now, what's wrong with that? I mean, you're all businessmen here. Doesn't it make them better customers? Doesn't it make them better citizens? I mean, do you know how long it takes a working man to save $5,000? What did you just say a minute ago? What did you just say? That they had to wait and save their money before they even think of buying a decent home? Wait? Wait for what? Until they're so old and broken down that they can... Until their children grow up and leave them? You just remember this, Mr. Potter, that this rabble you're talking about, they do most of the working, the paying, and the living, and the dying in this community. So is it too much to ask that they work and pay and live and die in a couple of decent rooms and a bath? My father didn't think so. These people, they were human beings to him. But to you, a warped, frustrated old fool, they're nothing but cattle. In my book, he died a much richer man than you're ever gonna be.
I'm not interested in your book. I'm talking about the building in Lowe.
Oh, I know very well what you're thinking about, what you're talking about. You're talking about something you can't get your fingers on and it's just galling you. That's what you're talking about. You know, these people, this town, we need this measly one-horse institution, if only to have a place to come without crawling back to Potter. Just come on, Uncle Billy, let's go.
Sentimental hogwash. I want my book.
They're just coming out of the board meeting. I'll have to call you back. What happened, George? All we heard was a bunch of yelling.
Boy, oh boy. Matilda, you should have heard George.
Yeah, they're boating us down in there.
George, get out of here. You already missed your boat trip. You want to miss college too? Don't worry about the board. They're putting us out of business. So what? I can get another job. I'm only 55.
58.
Huh?
George, they voted Potter down. We're still in business.
Who, me? We're still in business. We're still in business.
Yes, but there's just one condition, George. They've appointed you to take your father's place.
Appoint me? No, I'm going to college. Uncle Billy here, he's your man.
Well, you can keep him on, that's all right.
No, you got this thing all wrong, see? Get it straight, I'm leaving. I'm leaving tonight. This is my last chance.
But George, you've got to take it. They'll go with Potter otherwise.
So George Bailey didn't go to college.
That's right, Clarence. He gave his college money to his brother Harry, and Harry went instead.
But what happened to that good-looking girl? You know, Mary.
He saw her every now and then, but not too often because she went away to school too. Anyway, George waited 4 years more for Harry to come back and take over the building and loan. Then he could still see the world. He planned to work in the oil fields in Venezuela.
There she blows! You know what the three most wonderful sounds on earth are, Uncle Billy?
Breakfast is served, lunch is served, dinner is served.
No. Anchor chains, train motors, train whistles, all of it. Hey, there's the professor now.
Well, if it isn't George Geographic Explorer Bailey. Oh, Uncle Billy, you haven't changed a bit.
Nobody ever changes around here. You know that.
Am I glad to see you, Harry?
Say, where's Mother?
Well, she's home cooking the fatted calf. Come on, let's go.
Oh, wait. This is Ruth Dawkins.
Ruth Dawkins Bailey, if you don't mind.
Huh?
I wired you I had a surprise, didn't I? Well, here she is. Meet the wife.
What do you know? A wife?
Well, how do you do? Harry, why didn't you tell somebody? And, excuse me, what's a pretty girl like you doing marrying this two-headed brother of mine?
Oh, well, I'll tell you. It's purely mercenary. My father's offered him a job.
Oh, he gets you and a job? Harry's cup runneth over. Come on, Ruth. Let's start ahead. Leave the luggage for the fellows.
All right.
George, about that job. Ruth spoke out of turn, you know. I never said I'd take it. You've been holding the bag down here for 4 years. I won't let you down.
It's all right, Harry. It's all right.
And that night, the homecoming for Harry turned into his wedding party. Uncle Billy familiarized himself with the spirits.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I feel so good I could spit in Potter's eye. I think I will. What do you say? Maybe we should go home. If you could just point me in the right direction.
Right down there.
That way, huh? Okay, old building alone, pal. See you later. I'm all right.
George?
Yeah, I'm out here on the porch, Mother, just getting some air.
Well, how do you like the new sister-in-law?
Oh, she's swell.
Looks like she'll keep Harry on his toes.
Out of Bedford Falls, anyway.
George, do you know that Mary Hatch is back from school?
Yeah.
Nice girl.
Uh-huh.
Oh, George, stop that grumbling. Give me one good reason why you shouldn't call on Mary.
Well, Sam Wainwright, for one, he's crazy about her.
Well, she's not crazy about him.
Now, how do you know that? Did she discuss that with you?
Well, besides, Sam's away in New York, and you're here in Bedford Falls.
And all's fair in love and war.
I don't know about war.
All right, Mrs. Bailey, I think I'll go out, find the girl, and do a little passionate necking.
Oh, George!
Mother, by the way, do you want any books from the library?
The library, George! You go and see Mary. You hear?
Hello, George.
Hello, Mary. I happen to be passing by, so.
Your mother just phoned and said you're on your way over to pay me a visit.
My mother just called you? How did she know? I
Well,
went for a walk. Happened to be passing by. Just went for a. When'd you get back?
Tuesday. Would you like to come in?
Yeah, I mean, I guess since I'm here, well, where did you get that dress?
Do you like it?
It's all right. I thought you'd go to New York, with Sam and Francie and the rest of them.
Oh, I worked there a couple of vacations, but I don't know. I guess I got homesick.
Homesick? For Bedford Falls?
Yes, and my family and everything. Would you like to sit down?
Yeah, sure. Just for a minute. I just still can't figure it out. I mean, there I was, just went for a walk, strolling on by, and didn't tell anybody I was coming here.
Would you rather leave?
Well, no, I don't want to be rude.
Nice about Harry and Ruth, wasn't it?
Yeah, that stuff's all right.
Well, don't you like her?
Well, sure I like her. She's a peach.
Oh, it's just marriage in general you're not enthusiastic about, huh?
No, it's all right. That stuff's good for Harry and Sam and you.
Mary! Mary! Who's out there with you?
It's George Bailey, Mother.
George Bailey, what does he want?
I don't know. What do you want, George?
Who me? Nothing. I just came in to get warm.
He's making violent love to me, Mother.
Well, you tell him to go straight back home, but don't you leave this house. Sam Wainwright promised to call you from New York tonight, didn't he?
Your mother needn't. I didn't come here for. I didn't.
Well,
the
what
thing
did
is,
you come here for?
Well, I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. Mary, you're the one who's supposed to have all the answers. Why don't you tell me?
Why don't you just go home?
Well, maybe I will. I didn't know why I came here in the first place.
Mary! The telephone! It's Sam!
I'll get it. Hee-haw! Well, hello, Sam. How are you?
Ah, great. Gee, it's good to hear your voice again.
Oh, well, that's awfully sweet of you to say, Sam. There's an old friend of yours here, George Bailey.
You mean old Mossback George?
Yes, old Mossback George.
Yeehaw! Put him on!
Wait a minute, I'll call him. George.
He doesn't want to speak to George, you idiot!
He does so. We asked for him. George, Sam wants to speak to you.
Hello, Sam.
Hey, a fine pal you are. What are you trying to do? Steal my girl?
What are you talking about, Sam? No one's trying to steal your girl.
No, wait a minute. I want to talk to both of you. Tell Mary to get on the extension.
Mother's on the extension.
I am not!
We can both hear you, Sam. George, put your head a little closer.
Okay.
There, that's better. We're listening, Sam.
I have a big deal coming up that's going to make us all rich. George, you remember that night at Martini's bar when you told me about making plastics out of soybeans?
Yeah, soybeans, sure.
Well, my father's looked into it, George, see? And he's going to build a factory outside of Rochester. How do you like that?
Rochester? Why Rochester?
Well, why not? Can you think of anything better?
Well, why not right here in Bedford Falls? I mean, you remember that old Tool Machinery Works? You tell your father he can get that for a song and all the labor he wants too. I mean, half the town got tossed out of work when they closed that down.
Is that so? Well, I'll tell him. Hey, that sounds great. Oh, baby, I knew you'd come through. Now here's the point, George. I may have a job for you. That is, if you're still not married to the old broken down building alone. Mary?
I'm here.
You tell that guy I'm giving him the chance of a lifetime, you hear?
Says it's the chance of a lifetime.
Give me that phone, please. Now, Mary, I don't want any job, you know. I don't want plastic soybeans, nothing. You know, I want to do what I want to do. That's what and you can't, I don't ever want to get married, you know, to anyone, ever. So if you can't make me, oh, Mary.
George!
Mary, I love you.
George, I love you too.
We will return to WBFR Playhouse of the Air's presentation of It's a Wonderful Life in just a few moments. But first, gentlemen, does your hair resemble a dried out bird's nest full of dandruff flakes? Do you plaster your hair down like a cheap gigolo smelling dye heaven?
You! What a stink!
When girls get a gander at the tip top of your noggin, do they go?
Ew!
Well, here's a friendly hint that may just help you out in the romance department. Starting tomorrow, why not try Bremel Hair Tonic? Yes, sirree, you'll be heading for success with Bremel Groomed Hair. A success with the gals and on the job. Bremel always keeps hair looking mighty attractive, always in place, a real sex appealer. Bremel Hair Tonic does lots more than keep your hair handsome looking.
Bremel, the swing hair tonic makes your filthy bird's nest clean. A little dab will do ya. All the pretty gals will scream. Ah! Not only will teens love it, your barber will shout out with glee.
Glee!
Bremel, the swing hair tonic, your dandruff will be history.
Buy some Bremel today, your hair will thank you. And now back to It's a Wonderful Life.
George and Mary were married, and following the wedding and reception, George's old pal, Ernie the cab driver, drove the happy couple to the train